pop out, you know it's a movie. If I'm in hot water, then it's a jacuzzi. I gotta shake, so I'm throwing deuces. I gotta even when I'm down bad. And she look good, don't she? On top of that, she good for me. Made me wanna say, even though I got plenty, if I'm down to my last penny, I still gotta, still gotta, I still gotta. You must be knowing here. You see these grown people talking, what you doing here? I gotta have a mind to hit you with a just put your get up off the wall, go on, get it moving here. Yeah, I'm just catching the vibe. I told the valet, take your time, it might get a ride. Floating through the front door, my mind is tied. Good Lord, mama, you know you looking divine. I had to turn around, double take a look at that. Girl, you got good taste, where you cook it at? You can mingle with the cool kids. I'm out here sweating like a preacher in a pool pit. Even when I'm down bad, I know how to bounce back. I know I gotta, and she look good, don't she? On top of that, she good for me. Made me wanna say, and even though I got plenty, if I'm down to my last penny, I still gotta. I know I gotta. I know I gotta. Even when I'm down bad, yeah, I know how to bounce back. Cause you know I gotta. And she look good, don't she?
Take the Lincoln Tunnel through Weehawken, through Secaucus, across the Hackensack River, and you'll arrive, as we have, at MetLife Stadium at East Rutherford, New Jersey. Today, after a topsy-turvy opening weekend, it's on to week 2, and we've got a good one here, as it'll be the Minnesota Vikings taking on the New York Jets. Two one-loss teams set to lace it up. This ought to be fun, and we're underway on EA Sports. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line.
At their own 35-yard line.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Ball on the 39. Here's 2nd and 5. Looking to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Jordan Addison, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd and 5. When you talk about this Jets defense, they come in a top 10 unit against the pass, currently 8th in the NFL.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the pass, but the bottom half of the league in sacking the quarterback. That doesn't make sense. Imagine if this group ever put pressure on the QB, they'd easily move into the top 5.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
That's the first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. Rodgers and the Jets now with a 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. They'll start on the ground. Hall, and he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being...
From the 22, here's 2nd and 8. Rodgers going to throw. Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. Picked off by Lewis Cine. And the Vikings are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50. And this, Charles, definitely not what they were wanting to see. Remember, he threw 3 interceptions in the loss last week, and now he gives the ball away again here in the very first quarter.
And you have to think that this was drilled into him all week, too, by his teammates, by his coaching staff. They've told him all week long, we've got to protect the football. They probably crossed that fine line with giving him the right advice and saying it too much. And it turned out that it got into his head a little bit.
Pretty good results here on the first down run as he takes this forward for about 6.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
From the 44 now, here's 2nd and 4. He'll look to throw. And the Jets pressure 2 notches. Down he goes. The former 3rd overall pick, Quentin Williams there to bring him down.
They just gave up a sack there, if I'm not mistaken. They gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, the quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
I like the calmness of how he played the ball here. No panic in his eyes as that throw arrived. Tracked it from the moment it left the quarterback's hand. And that's just where he needed to be to knock it away.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And it's taken in at the 9. So a good punt, but a solid 12-yard return. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive, in particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, and some guys, you know, they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
So the big play moves them all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. On 1st and 10, it's Hall. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. The Jets had 0-1 in the year following the loss in the opener, and they were given a gift of 2 straight home games to start the campaign. Dropped one of them already. You have to figure a split of these 2 probably imperative.
And they did talk about that with us prior to the game, about how important it is to start the season 1-1, especially with 2 games at home. Because if you go 0-2, hard to make those up on the road as the season progresses.
6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Throwing now is Rodgers. And this one almost intercepted. Had a chance to come down with it in the end zone, but could not hang on.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender. Couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
2nd and 10. Here's Rodgers. He gets it underneath to Hall. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
Now, the offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted. After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long. To throw is Rodgers. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. And he's going to miss this one. That is no good. Well outside the left upright, and this will remain a scoreless game. So an empty possession there. What do you think went wrong, Charles?
Well, it looked like maybe the plant leg might have given way just a little, and when that happens, guys have a tendency to pull through the ball to compensate. And in doing so, sent this one off target.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. We've seen both of these offenses still sort of in that figuring things out phase, but I suspect some action on the scoreboard soon as they start out here 1st and 10. Quentin Williams, now 2 sacks for him already here in this first quarter of play. He'll drop to throw. And that's dropped underneath to the Larger. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. So the completion good for 7 there. And that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation. We're backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. And that will fall incomplete. Oh, they took a shot there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. The Vikings with the football here to begin the second quarter as they've got it with a 4th down coming up. And here's Ryan Wright now as he's on to punt for Minnesota. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. He gets away from one. Call that a 46-yard punt, though they did get 9 back on the return. And the Jets will take over. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And, partner, I know so far, and we're still in the first half, but you love this game as a defensive guy. 0-0. We'll see if the offense can get going on this drive.
Well, you know how they talk about music to your ears? How about what it does for your eyes when you watch something like this, right, where these teams are locked in and going at it, no points going up on the scoreboard? I'm loving it. You're exactly right.
Well, switch over, though, to an offensive mindset for a moment. What do they need to do here to get on track and get some points?
Well, I think a couple of ways. Number one, you pull out something that maybe they haven't seen before. Coaches always talk about unscouted looks. Maybe you give them something that they haven't seen on tape, and now you shock them that way. The second, run your basic playbook, but run it so well that you give your skill position guys a chance to make big plays individually.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Rodgers now to throw. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Byron Murphy.
Well, this had trouble written all over from the start. He's got 2 extra defensive backs in the game he's got to deal with. They're in a dime set. So everywhere he's looking, he's seeing a different color jersey. And sure enough, this one winds up being intercepted.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. They'll roll him out right. And incomplete.
And to put it mildly, this is a tough spot defensively. They have to come right back out and defend their red zone right now. Imagine being able to stop them totally and change the momentum.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And it's caught. Touchdown, Vikings. Kene Nwangu. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Vikings post the first points of the ballgame as they take the lead here in this 2nd quarter. Greg Joseph on for the extra point. He's got it, and the Vikings take a 7-0 lead.
Makes the score Vikings 7, Jets 7.
Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
25-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
So a 5-yard run the other way in the wrong direction, and that leads us to 2nd and 15. Here's Rodgers to throw. Forced out to his left, and he's taken down. Back at his own 7. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
One thing that I liked about this guy during the draft process was his motor. Of course, I loved his skills, but he plays hard on every down.
And that motor on full display there as he gets his first NFL sack. On 3rd and long, it's Rodgers. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And got his man complete. It's a big play there for the Jets on 3rd down. 56 yards. Every defensive staff harps on limiting explosive plays. Job not so well done there.
Yeah, they talk about it all the time. A lot harder to stop, though, isn't it? And when you think of an explosive play, most offensive staffs define them as passes of 20 or more yards and runs of 15 or more yards.
They went zooming past that number there. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Lewis Cine. And the Vikings are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. I'm not sure that the wheels, Charles, are coming completely off, but they're shaking a little bit. That's 3 interceptions, and now interceptions here on back-to-back drives.
And I think about what a Hall of Fame coach told me, that he always told his teams, when a mistake happens, just move on to the next play. Let it go. Hard to do when you're throwing this many interceptions. That's exactly the attitude that has to be adopted. Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. That's complete to Justin Jefferson. A big play there for Minnesota. 42 yards.
That was awfully nice. Hit him in stride, and off he went. It was almost like the ball hitting him was like him receiving a baton, and he was running the anchor leg in a relay race.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Give left side here for Nwangu to the 36-yard line. Stop there. Line of scrimmage, the 36 on 2nd and 8. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Here's a 2nd and 8. Nwangu going to get it on the counter. And he's going to get this down close to a first at about the Jets' 29. The Vikings on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. They'll go right back to Nwangu. And he will have a first down at about the 21-yard line. It goes as a gain of 8. It moves the chains.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? They looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
So it looks like they stopped some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't get in.
The every point certainly counts at this stage of the game, but after driving so far, you absolutely know they want to finish it with 6 instead of 3.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. They'll look to throw here. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. So a pretty nice throw right there from the rookie. And this, of course, is game number 2 of his NFL career. His guys did not get the win, Charles, in the opener. But what did you see from him last week?
Well, I think all things considered, he played pretty well, and I don't think I'd pin the loss on him. But there's no question, this is a learning process, and that was step 1, and he's hoping on the road to glory.
Back to throw again. And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line. Quincy Williams worked his way back for that sack.
On any 1st and goal, the real estate to work with for the offense is really cut down, and the defense knows it. So they often bring heat and pressure, which they did on this play. Got him down for a loss. Not a big one, but any loss of yardage in this position is tough for an offense.
Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal. Straight ahead, here's Nwangu. And he maneuvers his way down to the 3-yard line. A nice run there as he picks up 6. It's going to be 3rd and goal now. This is kind of one of those in-between plays here, Charles, on 3rd and goal from the 2 or the 3 in that area. What do you dial up?
Something quick hitting. You don't have the time for something that develops slowly. It's got to be right at them if you're going to run the football. And if you're going to throw it, something quick, get it out of your hands in a hurry.
And he's got it. A great job to hold him to just a yard there. Now it's 4th and goal. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. The field goal would make it a 2-score game, but they're going to go aggressive. They're going to try this thing on 4th and goal. They'll look to throw. And it's going to be batted down. And we'll go the other way with the football. They try to throw on 4th and goal from the 2, and the Jets are going to get the football back. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And an anxious moment or two there, but they do get him down. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Throwing on first down is Rodgers. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Another big gain or 2 in succession as this one goes for 32.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short, no good, and this will stay at a 7-point game.
I'd say that it's fair to say nothing has gone right in this first half for them. Even here, you've got a chance to at least get on the board, but that goes by the wayside. And now, this coaching staff, they've got to figure out some way to wake this team up at halftime to get them going.
He's going to throw one up for the end zone. And incomplete on the deep ball. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Just the 1 touchdown in that first half. 7-0 our score as we get going in quarter number 3. And the fair catch signaled for and taken, so they'll begin this third quarter from their 25-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
On second down, a run with Hall. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. The second down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
A couple extra tight ends in the formation here as they line up 3rd and 2. Now it's Rodgers. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have the Jets first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
They brought in a heavy set on third down, and that usually means running play, but we have seen them throw out of that formation, and sure enough, they snuck the tight end out on that one, wound up hitting him for a first down.
They will get 4 yards here on the first down run, and that'll make it 2nd and 6.
But that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
2nd down and 6 now. To throw, it's Rodgers. Oh, he's going up top for Wilson. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. And that will be incomplete as well.
Well, this is just a continuation of what we saw in the first half. So much for the fresh start to begin the 3rd quarter. Still off-target throws, no rhythm throwing the football, and obviously no touchdown scored in this game.
Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. This is taken at the 10. 42-yard punt, 6 on the return. And the Vikings will be backed up deep to begin their drive as they take over 1st and 10. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys, they're tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments. Back to throw now on 1st down. And he's got this to Jefferson. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. The 2 big plays right in succession as this one goes for 27. So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 right at the 40. A play action fake. They'll look to throw. Flushed out right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here on this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on 1st down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
On 2nd down, here's DeWanger. And little room to maneuver there. He gets it down to about the 39. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the 1st. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. And that ball caught free. We can hear it all the way up here. Those guys down on the field alerting everyone of the fumble. He's lucky that his offensive mates picked him up and jumped on him.
Yeah, and you have to think to yourself, and I'm sure they've been echoing it on the sideline and into the huddle. Guys, we have the lead. Just take care of the football. Don't make it easier for them to start to make a comeback.
Officially just 27 yards there on the punt. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points.
15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. 1st down. Rodgers going to throw. Going to look deep for Wilson. That is incomplete.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for him. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. Throwing is Rodgers. And that's going to be too high, out of bounds and incomplete. Boy, the numbers throwing the football just not trending in the right direction. Last week he was under 50%. He's under 50% again here.
And we haven't gotten an announcement, but it appears to me that he might be a little dinged up and is just trying to play through. You know, he's one of those tough guys that wants to answer the bell each and every play for his team. That might be throwing off his accuracy.
Throwing now is Rodgers. And that's going to be incomplete.
One first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
Here's the Jets punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is, can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. Up the middle, Nwangu. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
Well, this play sequence was really kind of called in reverse. Incomplete pass on 1st and 10. Nice run on 2nd and 10 when probably everyone was expecting him to throw the football. Now, if you're the defense, what are they going to do on 3rd down? You're a little off balance.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. Well, those two have hooked up for a touchdown once already in this game. That time, unable to find the completion.
Yeah, it just appeared they wanted to get him out into open space and try and get him the football. As you mentioned, unable to connect.
And here's Ryan Wright now, as he's on for the 5th time here today. That's taken on the 25. It's a 45-yard punt, but a decent return there of 9 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. Ball again on 2nd down. And this one not going anywhere. They get him at the 44 for a gain of just a yard. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. They're looking at 3rd in the nose of the football. Here's Rodgers. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Well, I think we were both wondering if we were going to see them try and push it deep downfield, facing a 1-possession deficit late, and they certainly didn't disappoint. They gave it an effort.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Oh, and now movement and a whistle, and they may have to rethink their plans on 4th down. Here's the Jets punter now as he's on to kick it away. Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. This is taken at about the 14. Just a net of 34 there following a punt of 44 yards. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
Now a 2nd and 10. Back to throw here. He'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. Calling a loss of 5, a big sack to bring up 3rd down. Tall task ahead of him here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Under pressure, and they got to him again. It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to 4th. And here's Ryan Wright now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Take it at the 37. And that'll be a return of 12 following a very nice punt. And they will take over 1st and 10. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And we've seen drive after drive come up empty for them, and they've yet to dent the scoreboard, yet still right in the middle of a one-score game.
So this is where you absolutely have to forget everything that's happened in your previous drives. They don't matter right now. You just mentioned it. One-score game. This drive here can erase all of what happened previously.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Rodgers. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different. Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing. Here comes 3rd and about a foot. Now Rodgers. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have a Jets 1st down as he's able to get about 3 that time on 3rd and inches. With that grab, he now sits at 200 for his career, and maybe more importantly, a 1st down. To throw is Rodgers. He finds Wilson. And they move this all the way down to the 9. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. Even though this offense doesn't have a single point to its name, they're not totally out of this game yet. A touchdown here, they could be in business.
And how about that last play? Now they've got momentum going. So, you know, I'm a big advocate. Get back on the line of scrimmage. Throw another play at them while you've got them rocked on their heels.
Rodgers now to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. Rodgers again now. And that will be caught, but out of bounds. Out of bounds, ruled incomplete here.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know, there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
Rodgers now on 3rd and goal. Looking in zone, but it's incomplete.
What an excellent defensive stand there in the red zone. Nice tight coverage. They certainly recognized how important it was to bring up 4th down here.
And this one is right through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So an interesting call there to take the 3. I mean, I guess they're thinking that their hands were tied, but, you know, 4th quarter, that field goal might not help them that much in the end.
Yeah, eventually they're going to need the touchdown. The thinking must have been they didn't feel confident about picking it up there, hoping maybe on defense they can get better field position, get a turnover, get a better play, and then they'll have a chance to attack the end zone.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Right now clinging to a 1-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays that are going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first downs. And the goal? End the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
Oh, he faked it with a juke. Now he's got some room. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Now the Jets going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts. That's going to be their 2nd. They'll be left with 1 more plus the 2-minute warning, and we'll be back. On 1st down, they'll run with the Wagyu. And no room that time, getting it to about the 46. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout. So that will leave them with no timeouts left. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how that affects things here in this 4th quarter. Jefferson going to go in motion right. He'll get it here on the jet sweep. And a gain of 4 gets him right to the midfield stripe.
Let's just make this one succinct. Nice job there. All 11 guys on defense diagnosing the jet sweep and putting it down.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. And the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Back to throw. Finds his man. There's Jordan Addison. And they'll bring him down right at midfield, and he is well short of the 1st down. And here's Ryan Wright now. They'll boot it away from about his 35. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. They'll come up 1st and 10 here. Rodgers to throw. And this is going to be dropped. Oh, my gracious. There was no one in his area code, but he could not hang on to it. They'll come up now on 2nd down. Back to throw. Rodgers. So back-to-back incompletions, now 3rd and 10. And first things first, before you think about marching the ball down the field, you got to move the chains.
You're exactly right. Got to get back into focus here. Get the first down. That's what's vital to them.
Well, this feels like a late season game, even though it's just week 2. Here's a big 3rd down. Now Rodgers. He's going to let it fly. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
And that's the downside of taking these big shots, because they're definitely lower percentage plays. And now you look up and it's 4th down. So not only do you have to worry about getting big yardage, you also need to just keep the game alive.
4th down, 10 yards to go. Now Rodgers, gotta have this one. That is caught. And he is going to have a Jets first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. To throw is Rodgers. Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. Picked off by Lewis Cine. And the Vikings have just about sewn up this football game.
Yes, folks, that is his 3rd interception, and I'm going to use one of the most overused phrases in football. He's a ball-hawking safety.
I love the way that you called for the shot there. That's perfect, though, because there is something to that. Being a safety often allows you freedom to roam around a defense, maybe not a specific assignment. Today, his assignment, find the football, and he's done so quite well.
One final kneel down here, and that should just about do it.
Good bounce-back win. They take the knee, can't stop the clock defensively. Tough opening week loss, but now 1-1.
Shows that they handled things really well. A lot of teams panic after a week 1 loss, and they start to think that the sky's falling. This team realized there's a long season, and they feel very talented, and they get it done in this one.
Well, obviously, Charles, this was by no means an offensive track meet. I mean, the defenses were the story in this ball game. But, hey, they got enough points to get the job done. And at the end of the day, that's all that matters.
You're absolutely right about that, partner. In such a low-scoring game, it completely changes everything you had planned to do out there. Fortunately for them, they got just enough scoring to bring home the win. And in this type of a game, to play their defense, that became one of their biggest keys.
So for the Vikings, they did what they needed to do. They split their first 2 road games of the year, and they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the
Whole club selling out of hitter doing stadiums. Gold diggers don't come around, they don't survive my radius. I keep it too real for real, and that's that made me rich. That's what made me rich. Hustling, that's what made me rich. Yeah, whole club selling out of the hitters doing stadiums. Small business don't come around, they don't survive my radius.
It's week 6 of the NFL. Coming up, we've got Aaron Rodgers. You can't ask for much more than...
Set to go now in week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. And we will not get a run back here to start. It's a touchback, and it will come out to the 25. So here's the first drive now for the 49ers. And they'll be led out by a guy who has a couple years under his belt in the NFL, their third-year quarterback.
And there's a word that constantly gets thrown around with this guy when you talk to anyone in the building. Potential. They're sky high on what they believe he can grow into in the role of a starting quarterback. In addition, there are plenty around the league who think that as well. And years from now, he can still be leading this offense out.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Out of the gun, Purdy. He'll get this into the hands of Ayuk. So they'll wind up losing 5 yards on the play, and that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9.
When you lose that kind of yardage on a pass play, you often expect it to be a sack, but that wasn't the case there. They completed the pass. Probably would have been better off just dropping the football and making an incompletion as opposed to catching it and losing that kind of yardage.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. Not the opening possession they were looking for, especially on the road.
No doubt about it, because they wanted to come out and establish a little momentum right away. But now bringing up a 4th down, an empty possession, not what they were seeking.
On 4th down, the Niners trot out Mitch Wishnowsky to punt the football. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. It's taken to the 26. A nice return there of 11 to help mitigate a good punt. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. So now here comes the Jet offense as they get ready to take over. They'll be led out by their highly decorated quarterback, Aaron Rodgers.
And he's been playing at an elite level here in this early half of the season. Tops in the league in touchdown passes at this point. This is definitely a wide-open offense, and we'll see if he can keep his string of good games going right here.
Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down. Now it's Rodgers. And his throw is incomplete. So this game of our Charles, the talk of the NFL world all week. 2 unbeaten teams, and you rarely see such a matchup this deep into a season.
I would agree with that because normally you might get one team undefeated for a while, but 2 teams. And I remember in preseason, you looked at schedules and said, I think these two are on a collision course. It'd be interesting to see if they actually get there, and they did. And to me, the winner of this game has to wear the crown of Super Bowl favorite.
And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. And a fair catch called for and taken right on the midfield stripe. So possession goes over here on the punt. And this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50. 1st and 10. They'll run with a former member of the Crimson Tide, Damian Harris. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. The opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Back to throw, Purdy. And the Jets pressure too much as down he goes. Quentin Williams able to record his 5th sack of the season. Now 3rd down and very long. Purdy. They'll find Ayuk open right side. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. Call it a loss of 2 there on the play. And it'll be 4th down. Here's Mitch Wishnowsky now. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. This will be fielded at the 17. 43 yards on the punt, 7-yard return. And the Jets will take over. Back onto the field come the New York Jets for their 2nd drive. And this ball game, clearly the game of the year so far. It's not very often that you find 2 unbeaten teams playing each other this late in the season, but that's what we have here, 2 heavyweights in the NFL.
You're right about that, and you think about recent memories, so let's take a little geek on right now and go down memory lane, right? 2007, 7-0 Colts, 8-0 Patriots. The Pats won 24-20. Ended up going 16-0 in the regular season before they lost in the Super Bowl against the Giants. How about 2015? 6-0 Broncos, 6-0 Packers. Denver won 29-10. And in 2020, Steelers and Titans were both 5-0. Pittsburgh won that one.
You look at this Niner defense. This unit, they're hoping to improve against the pass because right now, Charles, number 27 in the NFL.
And those are the kind of plays that this unit needs to make because they know that going against a team of this magnitude and the way that they're playing, they cannot afford to let them get on a roll early, chip away their timing.
The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. They'll try and throw for it here. Welcome back, everyone, to MetLife Stadium here in New Jersey. We're in the first quarter of action, and it's the Jets who are in control of the football. Here's the Jets punter now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And here's a very low-line drive, almost whiffed on it. And taken right on the 30. Well, not good at all. Punt of just 24 yards there. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10.
Purdy going to lead the 49ers to the line. 1st and 10.
At the 33-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air.
And he was able to shed one tackle but could not get away from there.
So give him 2 yards there on the completion, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
So, Charles, you look at this offense. What a start to the season. 5 wins without a loss. When do you think that you start believing that maybe you're in the midst of something special?
Well, you and I both know every head coach never wants that thought to creep into a locker room. But the truth of the matter is, not quite at this time, because if we look at the Steelers in 2020, they're a great example. Remember, they started 11-0, then lost 5 of 6 and went out in the first round. But I think if you get toward mid-November, the Thanksgiving time frame, and you're still doing this, that's when things start to get real for a ball club.
And the 49ers first down.
Here's Purdy on 1st and 10. Oh, he'll take a shot for McCaffrey downfield. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Jets force the turnover, and they'll take over at the 10. So this is something we didn't see at all from this offense in the victory last week. That's a turnover. They didn't have any, but giving the ball away here in the opening quarter.
I love the surprise in your voice because it's exactly what you stated. Didn't see it last week, but it's a key to their win. And it'll be a key to this game as well, protecting the football. Didn't get it done there.
2nd and 5.
To throw, it's Rodgers. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. The catch and run pays off to the tune of 35 yards. So the line of scrimmage all the way up to midfield now as they've got it 1st and 10. From midfield, here's Rodgers. And the Niners get there and bring him down.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
I know there'll be a little bit of criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge pickup and ended up getting sacked. That's often a play that you make. You feel like you've got momentum on your side.
Unfortunately, the O-line failed to hold up to try to keep that momentum going.
Throwing left sideline there, but it's incomplete. Garrett Wilson, the one he was looking for.
And it's 3rd down. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
You look at this Niner defense.
This unit, they're hoping to improve against the pass because right now, Charles, number 27 in the NFL.
When they lack in pass defense, they do make up for in run defense. They're a top 10 unit against the people who are trying to move the ball on the ground. But this is a passing league, so there's a conundrum.
2nd quarter now from MetLife Stadium. The Jets with the football here as they've got it with a 4th down coming up. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And that will come the offense as they take over.
San Francisco's offense returns to the field. And this game, Charles, much talked about coming in. And you think there's a real chance this is a Super Bowl preview?
I do, because as things stand, and I'll give you a little bit of a caveat here, that maybe things will shake out a little bit if someone loses along the way. But here we are right now. These are your 2 current number 1 seeds, and I think they're both good enough to make it to the big game.
Ball right on the 50-yard line. Here's 2nd and a couple.
Now a give, right. McCaffrey, and he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a 1st down. Keep the sticks moving.
And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And he'll get only a couple down to the 44.
Vision is so important for the man in the middle because his ability to look through all the clutter that's happening in front of him, diagnose a play, and then go make it and finish it, that's when the great ones know that they have the goods.
Purdy able to
Welcome back to MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. It's the Niners in possession of the football as we get back into the action in quarter number 2. And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on third down.
Purdy now to throw.
Pulled in, and they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Well, that's one way to convert on third down, picking up 26 yards.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
And how about the quick feet there as he made a man miss on his way to a solid gain of 7.
Now 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
Purdy looking to throw. Got a man. That's Ayuk. And we're going to stop play here, at least momentarily. It looks like there is a 49er who's in some discomfort.
We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. The offense on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage.
And a stoppage here. We're going to need to take a moment as a Jet was shaken up on that one.
We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. Kyle Shanahan's made the decision. They're going on 4th down. They'll run for it. Welcome back in, everyone, to EA Sports coverage of the NFL. It's the Niners in possession of the football as we get back into the action in quarter number 2.
So Purdy off and Moody on for the 49er field goal.
From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. And his kick is good. And the 49ers take a 3-0 lead. So they get the 3 points, but they've now had 3 trips into the red zone, and that's all they've come away with.
And in the NFL, the way they measure red zone efficiency and success, did you score touchdowns on those drives? That's first and foremost. Getting points, that's the second measurement. So by that measure, they haven't done very well. They've got to figure that out.
And he returns this to the 22.
And the Jets set to take the field. This one a little slow to get cooking. Just a 3-0 scoreline as they begin with a 1st and 10. Here's Rodgers to throw. Able to complete this one to Tyler Conklin. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards. From the gun, it's Rodgers.
A short throw to Conklin, the tight end.
Short completion, just 4 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
The Jets at a perfect 5-0 here to begin the campaign. They've certainly found their groove of late, winners of 5 in a row.
And this team is absolutely playing their best football right now. This is the best that we've seen them play in a long time, partner. Sky's the limit as far as they're concerned. Their confidence really soaring.
First target, first catch, and a first down.
Hall on a give up the middle. And a pretty good burst there as he gets this across midfield and down to the 46.
10 yards is the pickup, good enough for a Jet first down. Rodgers going to throw. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. That'll give them 8 that time, and they'll be left with 2nd and a couple. Second quarter, 2 minutes remain, 3-0 our score.
from the 38 now. Here's 2nd and 2.
Working from the gun, Rodgers. He's got the hook up to Lazard. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 27-yard line. 11 more yards there. This methodical drive continues. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Rodgers now to throw. Steps away to his left. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, 1st down.
Partner, the good ones have a clock running in their head, okay? Because it says something like this. I've got this many seconds to find a target. After that, I have to tuck it and try and get some yardage on this 1st down snap. He doesn't just get some yards, though.
Under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Throwing is Rodgers. And he finds a man on the crossing route. That was the 9th play of the drive, and they pick up 9 yards with it.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. This will be called about the 5. Touchdown! Tyler Conklin, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Jets will take the lead here in the final minute of the 1st half.
On that 3rd down call, the goal was to get the ball to their tight end and pick up a 1st down, but he wasn't satisfied with just that. They got the 1st down. That was the gravy. He decided to take in the whole meal and rumbled in for a touchdown.
Now the extra point try forthcoming. And this is up and good to make it 7-3. A 10-play drive that time. And it ends with a Jet touchdown. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. Well, the Niners going back on offense now late in this 1st half. A slim deficit here in a 1-possession game. Not much time left, obviously. We'll see if they can march this down the field, at least get 3 and take some momentum into the locker room. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
And I can see the officials kind of looking at each other down there, silently wondering, does this meet the level of grounding? Fortunately, he did have a receiver in the area, but I have seen less obvious throwaways called as penalties.
Here's Purdy. That ball caught. Brandon Ayuk. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this 1st half. He's got Ayuk on the sideline. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down. Now Purdy. Got a man right side. It's McCaffrey. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And it's 2nd down.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
Purdy sets up to throw again. That's Samuel caught left side. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. The Niners passing game in sync now. They've got another 1st down. Purdy will set up to throw it here. And that will be incomplete with the clock showing 18 seconds now to go.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far. But on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
Back to the air on 2nd down, Purdy. That's over the middle and caught by Ayuk. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half.
So you gon' ride.
Welcome back, everyone, to MetLife Stadium here in New Jersey. It's the Niners in possession of the football as we get back into the action in quarter number 2.
Jake Moody now for the point after.
And it's through, and that makes the lead 10-7.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And with 7 seconds remaining, not much time to really do anything.
And he'll be brought down here at the 28. So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these two teams at the break.
Message received here. No need to wait. We're going to skip halftime and get right back to the action. Here comes the third quarter.
And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Here's the Jets offense now getting set to start off this third quarter.
Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either, so certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now, they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
This one deep for Wilson.
I should have served the other one, but he right back for another one. Quarter on a quarter, how you double up right off the bus. Soon as he touch down, run the money up. Water, a little vinegar mix, it's tough enough to take another. Still plenty room, you get money with my run, been nothing but a stun.
Welcome back to MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. It's the Jets who have the football as we jump right back into the action in quarter number 3. Here's Rodgers. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Now Rodgers.
I should have served the other one, but he right back for another one. Quarter on a quarter, how you double up right off the bus. Soon as he touch down, run the money up. 1-on-1. Water, a little vinegar mix, it's tough enough to take another. Still plenty room, you get money with my run, been nothing but a stun. I done upped a bunch of them. This what got them ducking me. They don't come out the house like a punishment. The ones they jumping me. 4-5 years and they work is numbing me too forever. She won't.
Welcome back, everyone, to MetLife Stadium here in New Jersey. It's the Jets who have the football.